After the job is complete, what are your responsibilities as a homeowner? So you've got that new roof, but what comes next? Well, the contractor is going to go ahead and begin to clean that property up, but you also are going to have responsibilities as a homeowner that are going to come during this time. It's removal, it's cleanup. We're talking about what happens after the job here today on Roofing Explained with our roofing expert, Mr. Mike Feasel. Mike, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me here.
Man, it's great stuff. So, everyone loves to think about that time, those days that follow. Finally, this roofing project is done, all right? Can you walk us through, though, what an individual should expect from their contractor directly after that roof is done? Same day, next day? Kind of give us an insight into that.
Yeah, and every company is going to be a little bit different, but the way we did it and the way we've always done it, or the way we do it, is when the project is complete, expect somebody to come out and walk that project with you. It could have been the installer. If it's a small company, it may be the owner that was actually on the roof. Larger companies, it's going to be a salesperson, the person who sold you the project. And really large companies typically have a quality control department. So they have individuals going from project to project at the start, in the middle of it, and at the completion to make sure the work was done properly from the rooftop, because of course the property owner doesn't, they're not going to get up there, they wouldn't know what they're looking for. And then walk around the property, make sure everything's fine, everything's clean, answer any questions, let you know that either the company is filling out the warranty information and they'll send the registration to them via email, or fill out or give you the paperwork to complete yourself to make sure you get your warranty registered.
We had talked about in a previous episode, when the job is under construction, you're not going to want the kids, the dogs, people like that playing in the yard because you've got an active construction site. And you even mentioned possibly tens of thousands of nails coming off the top of that roof, perhaps landing somewhere in the yard.
Yeah.
What kind of cleanup effort should a homeowner expect from a contractor? Let me repeat the question. What kind of cleanup effort should a homeowner expect from a contractor following the completion of a job?
Well, obviously all of the debris removed, everything's swept up, nail magnets for the yard to try to get every single nail you possibly can. Again, one can be missed, a few could be missed. And the jobs, back patios swept off, blown off. I mean, if there's debris hosed off, anything that needs to be hosed off, the property should look pristine. It should look as good or better than when they arrived, in my opinion.
You said removal of everything, including the materials, the dumpster, all of this stuff. How long should it be reasonably to remove all of this from your property? Is a week too long of a time, a couple of days? Because as a homeowner, maybe it's normal. I have, I got a porta potty sitting there for a week that was at my house. Is that a normal thing? What is a reasonable amount of time?
I mean, for me, a few days. Literally, when we have the crews pack everything up and take it out. Now, if there were too many shingles that were sent out, and maybe you would have a supply house stop by and pick some of those up. But for the most part, when the crew leaves, everything is off site that day. But we like to be in and out in a day, if possible. We're trying to minimize the impact on the homeowner's life. Because it is very distracting.
Sure.
You have to, if you have children, babies at home, you have to take them somewhere else. It's pretty hard to have your baby sleeping when there's all of that noise. We suggest people actually leave the home if need be. Doesn't, we don't want them away, but, you're not going to work from home when we're replacing your roof that day, especially if you've got meetings and so on. So we try to get in and out in a day and lower the impact. But on a really big project, difficult project, metal, tile, you could be there for a week.
Yeah.
There's projects that, if you're doing a slate roof, you might be there for 2 or 3 weeks on a really large, difficult home.
But there's no reason that weeks after a job, there should be anything left of that home.
When it's done, within a day or two, it should be out of there, I think the same day. But even within a day or two,